welcome to Fulcrum and the Force. The world is currently talking about masks, so I figured I would too. I have 3 of the Hasbro Black Series mask helmet collection, and so I figured I'd show them to you today and give you a little bit of a close-up and show you what they're all about and what extra features they've got in them. Like I said, I've got 3. I will show you them now. I've got Poe's from Force Awakens. Obviously, I will show you more shortly. I have Luke's classic from New Hope, Empire and Return, and then reappears in Rise. And the big Mama Jamma, obviously. Oh, it's a heavy one. The man himself, Darth Vader. I love these. I want more. So I'll show you why I want more, and we'll jump into the first one. Let's have a closer look at Poe Dameron's.
Okay, so let's start with Poe's. Obviously, it came out around Force Awakens, this one from Hasbro, Black Series. It's a very nice looking helmet. It has all the battle damage and stuff. It's really cool. It has a the visor actually slides up and slides down, which is cool. You've got his little microphone here, which can actually, if you want it to be out of the way, it can slide all the way back round. It can actually move as well, which is very, very cool. Obviously, you've got all the scuff marks and everything around here. Now, just down here is a little switch. If you switch that switch across, and then, you don't know it, but on this Rebel symbol here, it's actually a button. And when you press it, loads of sounds from the film come. As you can see inside, it's all padded. These actually, BB-8's having a good word, these actually come off. They're just velcroed in, so you can fit them properly around your ears, so you can make it nice and comfortable for yourself. There you go, you're still going. It's probably one of my favourite things about it, actually. Especially when you've got your head in it. It's really going off. Lovely sounds of TIE fighters there, BB-8, it's all good stuff. I really like this helmet. This was actually the first one I bought. I always wanted Luke's helmet. Still going. But it wasn't available at the time, so I decided to pick up this one because it looks cool. Black and red. Nice. It looks... BB-8 is still having it. You know, it looks really, really good. The colour scheme is great. Poe's a fantastic character as well, so yeah, so I was like, oh, I'll get that because it'll be nice to own a X-Wing helmet anyway. And to be honest, I was just really, really happy with it when I got it. It was way better than I can imagine, and it's really good. And now obviously I'll show you what it's like when it's on.
So here it is on. It's good fit. Doesn't like wobble or anything. It's because some of the older masks, they weren't designed. I mean, they were designed for people to wear, but at the same time, like, they weren't this well designed to the point where you can wear it and you can look around and it doesn't wobble and it doesn't shake. Obviously, as I said, the visor comes down, which is cool, makes everything really yellow. And then when you've got switch on, you just hit this button here, and the sound is so cool when it's inside because it's like it's all around you. So it is like you're in Poe's X-Wing and BB-8's talking to you. It's so cool because obviously the speaker's at the back, so it just kind of echoes around the front, and it's amazing. What I would love to do with one of these, because I'm that guy, is I would love to change it into like a PlayStation, Xbox headset. So you could actually wear this while you're playing, especially something like, you know, your new Squadrons game that's coming out. It would be really cool to just... Really cool is obviously, you know, really cool. Bit nerdy. But I think that's cool. So yeah, like, flying an X-Wing whilst wearing an X-Wing helmet. I think it would be sweet. Yeah, so that's Poe's.
And here it is, Luke's Red 5 X-Wing helmet. This was the one I really wanted when I picked up Poe's for the first time, but this one wasn't available. It's since come available, so I was like, well, I have to have it. And it's classic. Look at it. It's glorious. Everything about it. Like, you've got battle damage going on there. Scuff marks and everything. The visor. This visor, unlike the Poe one, it doesn't move, but I don't really think you need it to. It's got your old school chin strap going on there. It has, like Poe's, it has a microphone sort of thing on it. It's not as small, it's a lot more old school, which is cool. In there, again, pads. These all come out and move around just on Velcro, so you can make it more comfortable to your head. This one has sounds too. There's actually the switch on this one. Oh, let me just move that out of the way. Switch on this one's actually inside. I'm not sure how well you can see that. See if we can get it. There you go. The switch is inside. And if you can see those little things there, you've got one that's an X-Wing and one that's a snow speeder. Or air speeder, to give it its proper name. So what that does is it gives you different sounds. Microphone's in the way. These are really hard to handle with one hand. So this gives you different sounds depending on where you switch it. You switch it to the X-Wing, and then on this one, the button's literally here. So you press that. And look, this one's even got lights. And you hear a bit of R2 in there as well.
All wings report in. Red 3 standing by. Red 6 standing by. Red 2 standing by.
Red 5 standing by. So the more you press it, the different sounds. Enemy fighters coming your way. You know the score. So yeah, so that's even cooler because it's got all of the sounds from the films in there. And you switch it across to Snow Speeder. And it's actually a different sound, obviously, because in the cockpit it's going to sound different. See, you got that, that lovely hum of the Snow Speeder.
Echo Station 3TA. You spotted Imperial Walker.
Nice. So the difference between this and the Poe one is to get the next thing to come. So you got the hum going all the time. And then if you hit the button,
Activate harpoon.
it does the next thing.
One more pass.
So yeah, I'm just a big fan of this helmet. I absolutely love it. Obviously worn by Rey in The Rise of Skywalker, a bit more beaten up and older than this, but in Luke's X-Wing, which is quite nice. Oh, I love those lights. They add something to it, and when you're wearing it, it looks amazing. Talking of when you're wearing it, I'll show you what it looks like.
And here's what Luke's looks like on. Again, doesn't wobble. It's a little bit, more loose than the other one, but I think that's because obviously it's so big up here. Obviously you can't move this, but that's all right. It still looks cool. You can put the chin strap on. It can be a bit of a fiddle to put the chin strap on because you've got to put it in and then it clips in by like in here under the ear. So it can be a bit fiddly unless you put it on before and then pull it round. But sometimes I found because it's just a popper, if you put it on and you then try and put this on, it can pop off and hit in the ear. But this is quite cool, the fact that you can turn it to anything. And then again, when the sounds are on, I can never remember where the button is. It's the same sort of thing because the speakers at the back, it echoes around, and like the lights, because they're like up here, they're kind of, you just see them in your peripheral vision. You don't see them all in front of you. So like it really adds to it. Again, this is another one that I think would work well if you had it as a headset, as a gaming headset, except the fact that this obviously would impede your vision. Also, It's not the clearest of plastics, obviously. I mean, you know, it's not meant for that. So it can, I think having this on would stop you being able to see it so well. But I really like it. I really like this one. It feels good on. I'll be honest, I think the Poe one is a little bit more comfortable. This can hit your nose a little bit, but the sounds in it, oh, they're so good. Like, you can just imagine going into the trench run, or like zooming around trying to throw a tow cable at AT-ATs, 8080s, however you want to call it. So yeah, that one's Luke's. I like it.
And then here we have what, in my opinion, is the best Black Series helmet. Obviously, I've only got 3, so I'm only comparing it to the other 2. But this is, I mean, it's beautiful. It's so well made. It looks the part. And the thing about this helmet is the detail. Now, obviously, you've got the sounds, as you'd expect. Which, obviously, sounds incredible. But like I said, it's the detail. This helmet could have quite easily just been that, and it would have been amazing. But let me show you what else is going on. Okay, so now to get this beast apart, it comes apart in 3 separate places. Well, 4 technically, but the first thing you have is this outer part, which is very hard to take off with one hand because it's actually connected via magnets. So in here, you got 4 magnets, which just kind of keeps it from moving around and really gives you a kind of a good click together fit when you put it on. But look at this. So obviously there's that scene at the end of Return of the Jedi where Luke helps take his mask off, and you see all of this underneath, and look at that. It's all so nicely done. It's all so well put together. It's incredible. If you have a look around the back, so here on the inside, obviously you can see out. The only one thing is I wish those lenses were red. I have seen people custom make them and put in red ones. Obviously that's a bit more screen accurate. But then you have this collar piece here that goes all around. Now that actually has poppers here, which you just pop off. And then you take this piece off. Obviously this is quite hard doing it with one hand. And then you're able to slide the helmet on. As you can see inside, there's so much more going on here. And there's a good reason for that, because it helps it do this. Okay, so at the end of Return of the Jedi, when Luke is helping Anakin or Vader take his mask off, he takes off that top piece and then he pulls this bit forward, which this does as well. But the beauty of it is it makes exactly the same sound that it does in the film. It's proper, like, screen accurate sound, if you wish. And then when you press the breathing thing, it's like his laboured breathing at the end of Return of the Jedi. I mean, come on. How good is that? And then when you put it back on, not always the easiest part, it makes that sound and goes back to the standard breathing. The detail, I absolutely love it. It's just incredible. And that's why it's my favourite. It's easy to wear as well. So I will show you that on as well.
Okay, and then lastly, Vader's. I figured I'd show you how to put this one on because it's a bit more involved than the other two. The other two literally just slide them on. This has got this whole elasticated thing at the back, which really helps to keep it on. Otherwise, if it didn't have that, I think it would slide off and fall off. You don't have to take this bottom part off when you're putting it on. You can if you want, because it does look cool. It's mostly this collar part that can be a bit awkward every now and again, shall we say. Okay, so let's let's do this. My glasses don't fit on inside. So there's that first bit, nice and easy, and then it's a case of trying to figure out how to clip this on, because not only does it have poppers, it's actually got, there are two sticky out parts there that have to join in, and at one point you start to feel like it's going to choke you, but then eventually it clips on. And then because this has the magnets in it, it does kind of just, you put it on roughly and then it kind of falls into place, at which point you're just like, I've felt something, a presence I've not felt since, and then you just leave the room, because that's what you did. That's very loud in here. I'm probably shouting now, but that's got even more room to echo. Oh, he breathes a lot, doesn't he? God, Bennett. So yeah, that's this one. It's not as uncomfortable as you'd think it would be, considering I think the back piece has a lot to do with that. It really holds it tight. Like the elasticated part at the top keeps it on your head, and then the collar part keeps it from like rattling around. There's a little bit of movement there, but as a whole, it fits really nicely. So there we have it, all my 3 Hasbro helmets. I really love them and I really want more, but it's picking and choosing which ones I want, because there are so many and they only come out at certain times. At the moment, we've got a Boba Fett one out and a prototype Boba Fett, which is all white, which I like, because obviously the prototype thing is very cool with the figure and that. But I think that one's probably better aimed to people that want to customize, make a custom Boba Fett helmet, because it's all white. Like, you can go nuts with that, and then I'm not sure what it's got inside and I'm not sure what sounds it makes, but I think that would be cool to buy a white one and totally custom it. That would be incredible. And I like the normal Boba Fett one. It's one of those where I'm like, should I buy it? Probably yes. But I currently have a couple of other Star Wars things that I'm in the middle of purchasing, which I will feature on an upcoming video. So I have to kind of pick and choose what I'm going to buy. I don't have all the money in the world. I've got kids, damn it. The one helmet that I want more than anything else is Kylo Ren's. That's an incredible helmet, and it was released for Force Awakens and I missed out on it then, and I'm hoping that they do a reforged version from Rise of Skywalker with all the red cracks in it, because that would just be incredible and I'd get that straight away. And if I did get that, I'd do a review almost instantly, because that I think is one of the better ones. There's always Stormtrooper ones available. I think from the Stormtroopers, I think I'd want to lean away from your normal Stormtrooper and go for maybe a TIE Pilot, or even a Scout Trooper, something like that. Something a bit different than just having a Stormtrooper helmet. Years ago, and I mean years and years ago, I bought a load from MGM Studios in Florida. I had Boba Fett, I had Darth Vader, I had a Stormtrooper, and I had an Imperial Guard, the big red one. That was amazing. It came all the way down and it even went up to here. That was a nightmare getting it through customs, because I had to carry it. You're just walking along carrying this massive red helmet. Brilliant. And I had those for years. My Vader one was signed by Dave Prowse and my Boba Fett one was signed by Jeremy Bulloch. I still have them. They're in my sister's loft, I think. But obviously they were back in the day where it was literally just a bit of moulded plastic and they cost a lot. They cost pretty much the same as these. And now we're going into the realms of like properly moulded stuff with sounds and everything else. So I love them. I do. And nostalgia purposes, they're a big deal to me. I bought them on holiday with my family and stuff. And each year I would go back and I'd get a new one. Amazing. During like all the times with the Star Tours ride and going on that like 300 times. Like, I loved it. So yeah, so once there are more helmets that I want to buy. I'll pick some up, do some more reviews and that. Let me know what you think of them. And if you've got any, down in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it would be nice to do something new instead of just putting out older stuff. I'm not sure what the next video will be about. I kind of want it to be about lightsabers, but I am waiting for some stuff through to do that properly. So we'll see. It could be about Lego, to be fair. Got a load of Lego. So we'll see. So that's it for Fulcrum and the Force. Don't forget, Star Wars, all love, no hate. We are one with the Force, and the Force is with us.